Go. There we are. Hello, folks. Welcome to eModels Monday with me, Festa 67's workshop, and in the canoe. There you go. Welcome to a couple of hours of fun-filled frivolity and stupidness from us two pilchards for our good old mates over at eModels, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs, folks.
All of them.
It's in the description, emodels.co.uk. Don't forget, folks, we are doing this for a model supplier, so if we can not mention any other retailers, that would be really, really good form, and everyone will be immensely proud of you for honouring that. So if you can do us that honour, because it's not one of our regular streams where we can shoot the breeze, this is work for us, folks.
Yes.
Excuse me. So let's have a quick scoot to see who's in the chat. Fox is in. Good evening, he says.
Hello.
Me saying hello. Well, I don't know why you're saying hello, you tart.
Hello
Jeff
to you as
is
well.
in. Jeff is in. Shut up a minute. Jeff is in. Says, hi, Cole and Fox. Hello, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello, Maggie. Hope you're both doing well. He says, I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to get a drink. That's all right, mate. We'll wait.
We have that effect on people. Is he back yet?
Yeah, is he back yet, folks? Could you let us know? AJ's in, says evening. Hope everyone is well. Hello, AJ.
Yeah,
Hope you're doing all right. James is in. Retro Rabbit says, hey, kids. Hello, James. How you doing, mate?
Hey, James.
Retro.
Boot.
Bill's in, saying evening, Strudels. Hello, Bill.
Strudels.
How you doing, mate? PJ straight in there. He says, got my beer, got my warmed up tortilla chips with melted cheese. Good belly bench and beverage. Segue there, and hot sauce and dip. Now, what else? Oh, yeah, get me a Colin and Fox on the telly, Bob. Say up, gents, and everyone in chat.
Hey, Paige.
And he's saying morning to Maggie and Jeff and Light. Hello, Paige. Hope you're doing all right, mate. And, yeah, welcome to our fun-filled shenanigans, folks.
Oh, I like that.
I'm going to be carrying on with my little eModels El Camino. So I'm going to be carrying on just doing a little bit of wood trim and stuff like that. I've literally just come hot from the 3D printer because I've been 3D printing stuff. What have you been printing, Carl?
What have you been printing, Carl?
I did a Victorian stove with its little base plate. With a little door with hinges and all of that. Not to sit on his rump. That's going to sit round the back there, just in the corner there. For inside, we've got a propane bottle. Propane gas bottle that will sit round the Harris. Let's just turn my camera because it's a bit skewed tonight for some reason. I might have knocked it. So we've got a little propane bottle. The eagle-eyed of you will notice I've done a vent for the side of the cabin, but it's not an ordinary vent. It's an R2-D2 vent, folks. So, yeah. So I've done one of them bad boys. We got a blast from the past there. We got a sky dish and a squarial. Not decided. Yeah, not decided which one's going on the truck yet. So I printed both.
God, squarials.
We got a revolving roof vent because I just like the look of them and thought, well, it'd look different stuck up on the top somewhere. And for the hot water sort of propane heater for inside, even though he's got a stove on the outside, we got a big old steampunky stylish stack pipe that's going to come out the other side and be strung onto the side of the truck. So there you go, folks. So that's what I've been up to. What have you been up
with
to?
Your wood?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
Not a lot. Tonight I will be carrying on with my dreadnought. I can't get the words out. Dreadnought. But I've made a decision what I'm going to do with it. Rather than just build it and paint it straight up, I'm going to make a little diorama out of it. And it's going to be not destroyed, but out of commission. Because I was sort of testing the fit and stuff, and it kind of had a lopsided sort of shape feel to it. So I thought I'll make it actually.
Oh, wonky build, Fox. You surprised me, dear.
Steady now. You're fiddling your wood and I've got all lopsided.
Warhammer is often described as having the best kits to build in the world.
Yeah.
Minus Fox and his easy
Minus
line of
me and my
wonkiness.
influence. Yeah. Well, because I built it with the doors open, I thought if I do it so it's all kind of like as if it's been damaged and it's out of commission. And what I'm going to do is I've got a spare Deathcore and Krieg figure somewhere hidden away. So I'm going to make it like this is like a little scene on the battlefield and the guy's going to be looking at this as if to say, oh, that's kind of a bit knackered.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing not lots of battle damage, but I'll be doing some battle damage to it and then I can weather it up, you see. Make it more interesting.
Happy days, mate.
Cracking on with the build of that again tonight.
Nice one, mate. Nice one.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, don't forget, folks, belly, bench, beverage, biscuit and all of that. Hope you've all got something on the benches, a cup of tea, drink, something stronger, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What have we got? Retro says, sad news. Tom Batterow, designer of the Mazda Miata and my RX-7 FD3S has passed on the 20th at 76. Oh, may he rest in peace.
Oh, yeah.
Bill says, fun fact, El Camino means the road or the way. There you go.
This is the way.
Everyone said hello to PJ. Jeff says audio and video is fine. Thank you very much, mate. Means a lot, mate. Cheers for that, Jeff. I've had a look at me meters just to make sure, and yeah. Because it's that last 5-minute thing before we go live where I just sit and play with all the settings just to make sure. So.
Yeah.
James is in, says, hi, Jeff and Maggie. Hello, James. Love to you, Shania and Alicia. PJ says, hi to Brick Boy. And he says, hi to PJ. There you go, folks.
Yes.
Right. Let's have a looky-loo where I got to. Just doing a bit.
So let us all know what you've been building over the weekend then, folks. What creative things you've done. Models or otherwise, but anything creative. Let us know what you've been doing.
So, yeah, as I was saying, I will just have a look-see to see where I got to, because I am a man of very limited memory and forgetfulness. And yeah, so yeah, I've got to make me little strip to go down on the extension, because when this guy built this, he didn't build it wide enough for his feet, so he's tacked a bit on the end so that when he goes to bed, his feet ain't curled up against the wall. So,
he didn't measure twice and cut once, did he?
Absolutely. And it just gives it a bit of character because it's got an awning to go on here as well. And I want it to fold just along here with its legs, its metal frame just in there, and then build a little rebate round it. Same on the other side. So it's going to have awning because wouldn't be me, would it?
No.
I did the front, where the front window's going to be, the side window. Yeah, it's just a matter of dressing it up now, making it look a little bit more sexy. So that's what I'm going to be doing, folks.
I'm just working on the fingers for this Dreadnought's hand, which is kind of, I'm getting into Gumpler mode to do it. So it's
kind of nice one.
Because it's like Gumpler fingers, but a lot less complicated.
Gumpler fingers.
Yeah.
Right, so let's start with getting them out of the way for a second. Cut a straight edge. Bill says, belly, pizza of the tuna melt variety. Ooh. Bench, Airfix 172nd Tiger, 1 tank biscuit, wagon, wheels, bevy, coffee. There you go. Sorry, mate, there's no punctuation. I've got that muddled up. I'll read that again. Belly, pizza of the tuna melt variety, exclamation, or, yeah, comma. Bench, Airfix 176 Tiger, 1 tank. There you go. Biscuit, wagon, wheels, bevy, coffee. There you go.
Yes, lack of punctuation does throw us sometimes because we tend just to read what we see and it's like, wait, that just went wrong.
Retro says, Lozes, Asentio, Emu, Desafontunado. There you go. That was Spanish, I do believe.
I'm waiting for the vet report.
All right. Can't be as perfect with you as you, Fox, and pronounce every language 100% factually accurate.
I can't do Spanish.
I'll do something right one day in your eyes.
Hey, mockery is our DNA.
Yeah. And I know it. Let's get that in there. Is that going to go all the way back in there? Oh, yeah, I've got a side strip to go in there, so
Phil says, there you go, they had pinged onto the floor. He puts a bunch of commas in his comment.
Cheers, mate. No, yes.
Yeah, it's difficult with tweezers when we're doing commas. They go everywhere.
Yeah, bless him. I think they do it to trip us both up. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So we've got that going on. We need to clad the front of that as well. So let's start.
He likes to clad it.
As well.
Oh, somebody bought some sanding equipment going on. That. And I don't have a blue one. Sponge.
You've been a sponge, did you say?
No, I don't have a blue sponge box blob square. I don't have a big. I haven't got a blue one. 800 grit. I've got 240, 400. I like this kind of the thicker blocks for sanding rather than the thin ones.
Oh right.
We're not hurry.
Just put that in for a second.
809.
Right,
there's something grade 120, I think.
Back on there. I just want to see where them planks are going to come down. Right. We want to go to there.
Electric Avenue. And then we'll take it higher. I have to say, cleaning up the mould lines on these little fingers is much easier than on a gumpler.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Just make sure that's long enough.
You were.
A little bit there, I reckon.
Yeah, so what have you been up to, folks, this weekend?
Yeah, it's no good asking us to because we've done nothing.
No, we had a recharge weekend. We did both, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which means we were, just lazy and chilled. But there's nothing wrong with that every now and then.
Chillaxed weekend of,
Sometimes it's got to be done.
Well, that was the whole idea of stopping streaming at the weekend, was just so that I could be away from the bench and chillax.
Catch your breath.
Yeah.
Right, where do these finger bobs go? Finger bobs. That's me. Your fee lifts a finger. Oh, ping. Right.
You back over there for a sec. Drop a bit of glue on there.
And that's why we have to look at which one we're putting in where, Fox, and not just take all three off the sprue at the same time.
Oh, you've been special.
I thought all the fingers were exactly the same, but they might not actually be. I thought they were just three of the same thing, so just sticking them in is like no biggie. I may have been incorrect. But mathematically, it's not like there's a great near of permutations, so.
Exactly.
I think we'll be all right.
Is that one of those multiple choice, on or off?
Yeah.
Retro belly Chinese burger, so says the package. Beef and black pepper with pork and scallion. Happy days. He's drank a can of Pepsi, so to maybe something harder. There you go.
What's a scallion?
Biscuits, a tiny old-fashioned donuts, and no bench. There you go.
Ooh. What's a scallion? I don't know what a scallion is. Is it like an onion or something?
No idea, mate.
Tell us, James, what's a scallion? I've heard of them, I just don't know what they are. I think I've heard of them. They always make me think of either scallops or like spring onions.
Oh, right.
Both of which are quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of that now.
Oh, excuse me.
Do I need to
Oh, it's
see?
a green onion, he says. Cool.
Oh, nice one.
Apologies if I keep muting my microphone, guys. I've got a really bad tickly cough tonight for no real reason whatsoever. Thanks, entire body.
Mhm.
So I don't want to cough down your lug holes. God, that would be rude. Right, where's his thumb? There's his thumb.
So you're getting a coldy woldy, is that what you're saying?
No, I just get a tickly cough every now and then. I probably need to. I'm probably a little bit dehydrated and need to drink more or something.
Oh, right.
Or I've been smoking a pipe in my sleep and not realised it. I don't know, probably. Bill says, had a chill weekend, did a bit of video editing, but still getting over this cough and cold.
Oh, there you go. It's Bill's fault. You got Bill's cold.
Yeah, git. Thanks for that.
That's what it is. It's Bill's fault, everyone.
Yeah. Although James is in, not James, British James, not Canadian James, so it should be his fault, really.
Yeah.
Blame where blame is due.
Absolutely. Can't have him thinking that it's not his fault.
Yeah. Peach says, watched Formula 1 GP at the weekend. Have you take it you've watched it, haven't you? Before
Yes.
I say anything. Disappointing for a result. ×2. Better result afterwards for United. Yes, we actually won a game, and I made great progress on my huge Serenity kit. Cool.
There you go. Good weekend then, Paige.
Yeah. James, JC Bricks and Bill says, belly Chinese chicken curry with special fried rice and duck spring rolls, bench. Duck spring rolls, full stop, bench. 3D printed parts for a Wu Chang figure and Lego Barad-dûr, Sauron's Tower, beverage, Pepsi.
Don't like a bit of Pepsi.
I'm not a big fan of Pepsi. I much prefer. I don't even like Coke that much either, but if I had to, I'd have Coke. I'd have one. Bill says, I snuck in and licked your eyeballs. Ew! Hopefully while I was asleep, because I don't remember. If it was while I was awake, I've got no memory of it. Nobody's that good at ninja. Right, where's my dusting brush? Where's my... There it is.
Dusted brush. Dusted brush.
No, Fox, it ain't my fault, says JC, Bricks and Bills. I can't call him James now, because that confuses him with James from Canada, James.
We'll just call him JC. It's not that hard.
JC, that'll do. JC.
Yeah, JC at Retro. Duh.
Could do. Fox sneezes, says Retro, and we're all off to audiologist in the morning. Yes. I do very loud sneezes.
A lot of it going round at the moment, mate.
Certainly is, Stanley.
Mate, she's been hawking like a 90-year-old for months now.
Oh, dear.
She's been summoned.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Make sure it's not chest infections and stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
Makes me wonder, when we were kids in the 1970s, because I have very little memory of ever being seen by a doctor. So I think when I was a kid, at least, my parents were let them go and play in the garden and eat dirt variety and build up immunity.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it makes you wonder when you're a kid, how many chest infections did you have that you never knew about?
Exactly.
Probably loads, because first ever chest infection I was aware of, I was like 32 or something.
I think the only one I remember was whooping cough.
Yeah, never had that. I had measles. Mumps I had, sorry, not measles.
Yeah, I didn't have mumps. I had German measles, whooping cough were the two I had. And chicken pox, because I remember Mum putting the calamine lotion all over us, little dots of it all over us. But
Did I have chicken pox or measles? I might have had measles or chicken pox or one of them.
Yeah.
But I do remember having mumps and thinking, that's a great name.
yeah, my brother had mumps. He ended up hospitalised with it. Yeah.
All I remember is not being able to go outside past the front gate.
Yeah.
Staring out the front gate to the outside world like, no.
Of course, all that sort of illness is now coming back because a lot of parents didn't vaccinate their kids, did they? And still don't. And
don't.
A lot of them illnesses are coming back now. It's this year that they're redoing the smallpox vaccine because that started to show signs of, if we don't do something, it could be a problem again. So.
Yeah, you kind of hope not, don't you? Because that was supposed to have gone.
Oh, yeah, it was one of those that was supposed to be on the list, never to return, wasn't it? But,
yeah. I know there's been a few cases of polio in a few places.
Oh, yes.
Which is supposed to have long gone.
Yeah.
Jeff says, we watched multi-billion-pound go-karts whiz around some racetrack in Azerbaijan. A very disappointing weekend. Yeah. James says, smooth operator.
Yeah. Got Sade playing in my head now.
So have I. Just 2 words. Oh, straight in there. It's a phrase that you can't...
Yeah, no need to ask, because he's a... yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can't read those 2 words and not hear that in your head.
Yeah, it's there now.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Miserable-looking video that was so depressing, and it's like... Yeah.
If this wasn't a monetized live stream, I'd like just suddenly share the screen and play like Spanish Fling or something to get him back.
You would have been, Yeah, but we can always put a link in the chat to our favourite Goombay dance band video.
There is that. Now, let's see. Which is the correct weapon to put on? Oh, it's the other one.
Retro had scarlet fever as a child, because I can't do anything modern. Yeah. Yeah, come on then. Childhood illnesses. What did you all have? What of the famous bugs did you all go down with as kids?
I think I only had mumps and one of the poxes, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to have to be a flamer, isn't it, I think, for this one. Yeah. Whichever this is. Oh, it's not that big, though. It's potential. Yeah, we could put a heat effect on that. I think it's big enough.
Oh, of course you can, dear. I'd be disappointed if you couldn't.
I was looking for the I assume it's a flamer, not a melt. I was looking at the flamer for the left hand, which goes into his grabby hand.
Yeah.
And I was debating whether I can have my the heat effect that I like to do on that little tiny bit of grill there, and it's not very big, but I can probably try it. I like doing the kind of heat effect. It's not in any way realistic or believable, but it just makes me happy when I do it. So I always do it the same way because it makes me happy.
If it makes you happy, that was a record as well, wasn't it? I can't think of who it was, but Sheryl Crow, that was it. Was it Sheryl Crow?
I had no idea. I had known nothing of her library of works.
Yeah.
Unless she did. Oh, did she do Isn't It Ironic? Was that Sheryl Crow?
No, that was Alanis Morissette.
That's Alanis Morissette. That's the one.
Whatever happened to her? Is she still around doing music? She suddenly disappeared. I think she stopped to raise a family, didn't she? Something like that.
Yeah. I think a lot of actors and musicians that dropped off the radar, a lot of them end up going into production rather than actually doing, didn't they?
Yeah. Can't say you should blame them, really.
Like Rick Astley disappeared off the radar 30 years ago, but he's a producer nowadays.
Yeah.
He makes his money as a producer. It's like, yeah.
Is he still walking around in his very big coat?
Yeah, I think the real thing is that they couldn't, and that Kylie's voice changed, and when they slowed it down, it didn't sound like him anymore, so we had to go off and do producing instead.
Yeah, if you've ever get a copy on record of Kylie Minogue, I should be so lucky, allegedly, just want to point this out. If you slow it down from 45 to 33 and play it, it's Rick Astley. Or sounds like Rick Astley, just to cover eModels there, because...
I don't think anybody'd be too bothered nowadays, but...
You never know, mate. You
Yeah,
never
true.
know these days, Fox. There is always someone out there. We know this because we've both had strikes. So, we know how these things can go.
Yeah. Bill says, I'm from the chickenpox sleepover generation and I had the mumps. What, so you went to a chickenpox sleepover and got the mumps? That's pretty skilled.
That is bad luck, mate. Someone wasn't looking out for you, Bill.
Yeah.
That's just unfortunate bad luck, mate.
That's like going all the way to Mars and coming back with a moon T-shirt. It's just...
Retro says Alanis currently does a guest voice as herself on the cartoon The Great North. Oh, happy days. I used to like Alanis Morissette. Didn't mind a bit of her elevator music, I must admit.
Elevator music.
Jagged Little Pill used to be a nice little bit of man cave background ambience.
Jeff says, just the usual childhood illnesses.
Couldn't have got that more perfectly spaced if I had tried. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Right, I can trim them all off once they've gone off.
Now, I've just had the thought then that
You
we
go
all
careful
know,
having faults. You know what happened last time.
I'm just thinking about somebody that I know that I would never ask what childhood illnesses did you have, because we all know someone who would have had everything. And you would never ask that question because you'd be there all night.
Could you see up their nose?
Yeah. Oh, you see, I had plague, and I had lupus, and I had Dutch elm disease, then I had leprosy in my left eyeball.
Yeah.
And then I got miner's lung.
Mine.
Then all my face fell off. And I've never walked again since. And I no longer have a mouth. Wait, what? Let's have a look. PJ says, maybe we kids didn't get as many diseases back in the day because we played outside in fields, climbed trees, etc. Getting bumps and scrapes, natural oils in grasses kept the illnesses away. Exactly. We used to go and eat dirt and get exposed to all the stuff that builds up your immunity, like the bacteria.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays. Yeah. I remember reading an article years ago about how all this, cleaners for your house, the cleaning solutions and bleaches and stuff is bad because kids aren't growing up with immunity.
All this antibacterial stuff, yeah.
Yep.
It's depleted our reserves, mate.
Yeah, and they reckon that's a strong contributory factor to why so many kids have asthma nowadays.
Well, we can't fight basic infections, and the overuse of antibiotics will come and bite us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is.
Because even in our generation, they have run out of usable antibiotics for very acute infection.
Mm-hmm.
Which bothers me with the immune system problems because, there's going to be a time.
My former doctor, one of the reasons that led to me leaving my GP and going to a different one was that at one point he tried to prescribe me antibiotics for a bacterial infection.
Yeah.
I mean, for a viral infection, whichever the wrong one is. I can't remember. My brain's stopped now. But it was, the wrong one. Yeah. A viral infection. And I'm like, why are you prescribing me antibiotics that work on bacteria when I've got a virus? Oh, yeah, no. I think I'll get a second opinion, thank you. Not going to fob me off. Good day, sir, good day, slam the door.
Yeah.
I said, good day, sir.
They're very quick to prescribe medications that people don't always need.
Yep.
But then it gives them a chance to go on Facebook, doesn't it? I'm on antibiotics. It's like, yeah. A bit of that, notch that round there, just to make that.
Bill says, I got pneumonia one year right at the start of the summer holidays and finally shook it off 2 days before school started.
Oh, wait.
On the very last day of term, the very last day of the fourth year, secondary school, I jumped off something and broke my ankle at school.
Oh, nice.
In the last hour of the day at school, the physics teacher had to drive me to the hospital. For the whole summer holiday, I was on crutches and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't have a cast or anything like that, but it wasn't castable, but I was on crutches for the whole summer holiday. And then, like, the first day back to term, I could walk again. It's like, God, I just wasted my summer holiday. Gosh darn it. But one upside was that we didn't have a car at the time, so my dad was able to get the local authority to arrange transport for us just for a few weeks while I couldn't get on the bus or the train or anything. And it was this local guy who used to do a lot of work for haemophiliac kids, driving them around.
Oh, right.
And he drove around in a big old massive Mercedes, proper 1970s grocer in white with green leather interior.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it was like, I used to pull up at school and the kids would be like, whoa, look at that. And they'd be like, wow, you did rich. I'm like, yeah. We obviously aren't.
Yeah.
Didn't tell him it was thanks to the local authority because we couldn't afford a car. But so it was funny because I used to get in the car, right, we'll take you home now, but I just need to stop at the fish shop and get some fish. So sit in the car for 10 minutes. Okay.
Good old Mercedes grocers. God, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah. I used to draw little silly stories, and whenever I had bad guys in the car, it was always in a grocer, big black grocer.
Oh yeah, curtains on the windows. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was sick last week. I had Wabies Muffin Sea Healer. Oh yeah, that's a Bluey reference. Says James there. Muffin is so cool.
I can feel PJ's eye twitch from here.
Oh, yeah. One of the channels I like to watch, I've mentioned before, the one that's got the porcupines, the Canadian couple that have like all the porcupines come to the house.
Yeah.
And they feed them. They've given them all names and stuff, and they all have distinct personalities, and one of the babies is called Muffin.
Oh, right.
And she is just basically Muffin from Bluey in porcupine form. She's stroppy and bossy and won't do what she's told. And bugs her mother all the time, and it's like so adorable.
He mentioned it again, Paige, not me, not guilty.
Yeah. You didn't say Bluey, did you?
No. I never mentioned that strange coloured Australian cartoon that we cannot mention the name of.
Bluey. Was that my inner voice again coming out?
I don't know, mate.
I think I need to adjust the volume on my inner dialogue.
Your inner dialogue.
Yeah.
Thought I'd get that one in before the crowd did.
Steady, Neris. PJ Lewis says, I twitch.
I twitch, yeah.
I twitch, you
back,
twitch.
mate. I had your back.
Here's a funny thing. Here's a funny question. And this is just because reading about, PJ said about scrapes in grasses and things. It's a very odd question, but what smells do you remember from your youth? I remember having a paddling pool, and it'd been there all day in the summer, and it had all the grass floating in it and stuff. And I just specifically remember the smell of the sort of the vinyl paddling pool and the water, which was all warmed up by the end of the day. And I just remember that smell.
Mint sauce, mint jelly.
Ooh.
Can't think of other smells. Chlorine from the school swimming pools, or the local swimming pools. So yeah.
Dettol from the school corridors.
Yeah, TCP from when your mum put it on a freshly opened cup because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was never a dab. It was like a litre poured over the end of your cut. It's like, thanks, Mum.
And it was then vigorously agitated with a cotton bud, which felt like a stick.
And we would then end up flailing around on the bedroom floor like, what's up? His mum's just covered him in TCP. Yeah. And Germaline.
Oh, that's a horrible.
Germaline cream. Do you remember that?
Do you know one thing that have you ever done that thing where you taste something that tastes like a smell?
Yes.
I know it's going to sound weird, but I remember as a kid, the first time I ever tried McDonald's root beer. And I've never drunk it since, or any root beer, because I took a mighty great gulp of it, and it tasted exactly to me like Germaline smelled.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I just threw it away. I'm like, I can't drink that. It tastes like Germaline. Why would I drink that? Ugh. Horrible stuff.
Perfect. But yeah, Germaline, I remember the sound of that. The smell of it even.
Germaline.
Germaline.
It's kind of one of those products that you kind of have to say with a blocked nose, isn't it? Because whenever you're a kid, you always said it with a bunged up nose.
Vic Sinex. There you go. There's another classic smell.
Yeah.
Oh, Cat Malcolm. Yeah.
Don't remember what that smelled like.
Yeah.
Stink bomb was in the local cinema, says Jeff.
Yeah.
PJ says, just crossing Fox's name off my Christmas card list. Didn't have a list, so I created one just so I can cross Fox's name off. Yes, I have achieved something in life. James says, that weird cherry-flavoured cough syrup. Doesn't ring a bell. I remember the taste of Calpol.
Never had it.
I used to have quite like Calpol. Kaolin and morphine. I used to remember the taste of that, very chalky.
Was it Benylin, the cherry medicine?
Oh, could have been. Like a cough medicine thing, like chest medicine.
Yeah. I can't remember whether it was Benylin.
Oh. Benylin, other products are available.
PJ says, yeah, best memory from his kids' childhood was his nan's freshly baked cakes. Can still smell it now. How odd smells linger in the memory. Yes, mate, it is. Yeah, Mum's cooking, yeah.
Yeah, I used to love it. When I was a kid, Mum and Wolf didn't really do cooking when I was a kid because the kitchen was Dad's world. Dad did all the cooking, but every now and then Mum and Wolf would make scones.
Yeah.
And the smell. And she made such good scones, though. They were so nice. They were nothing like normal scones that you buy. They were kind of weird, but they were really nice.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, you wouldn't. if you tried one, you would think that's a very strange scone. But they were kind of fluffy and it was so nice and buttery.
She didn't have that extra special ingredient, did she, that mums added to make their children sleep?
No, what, you mean half a bottle of vodka?
Yeah.
Half a brand? No. I remember the smell of the scones cooking. It was like, this time. Okay, I can take the mould line off that later. That's fine.
Mould line?
Not the camera. Mould line. What else can I remember from my childhood? Smells. I don't know why the paddling pool smell is just there. And occasionally in life now, I'll smell something that's a little bit familiar, like that. Just every now and then I'll be like, oh, that's the smell of like 1970s paddling pool. I can see it in my mind. It was like stripy and everything. Everything was stripy in the 1970s.
Yeah. It was the go-to colour, wasn't it?
Yeah, it seemed to have been the way forward for all things.
The 70s. Oh, yes.
It's funny how when you were a kid, the 70s were brilliant. Then you got to the 80s and the 70s were depressing.
Yeah.
And then you get to be an old adult again, you're like, no, the 70s were brilliant. As you get older, the things that you didn't like become things that you like.
Oh, we all remember the 70s, you know. It was the time of the 3-day week and all of that, wasn't it? You know, it was, yeah.
I think my love for the 70s was rekindled when my friend got a Vectrex machine. I'm like, oh, this is the best thing ever. The 70s were great. There's that tube go. Tube goes there. Best smell from my kids' memory, says PJ. Mine that. I've done that one. I never knew my grandparents, sadly. The only one still kicking when I was a little baby was my grandma. Scottish Gran, as we used to call her, Squish Gran, my dad's mum. And she died when I was in my late teens, but I'd never met her after being about, a year old.
Yeah, that's when.
I never got to know her, really.
early 80s, most of ours all disappeared.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
All the other grandparents were killed during the war or died before I was born. So
I can always remember going into me nan's place. This was Charlie who had died.
yeah,
My uncle was stood there. He said, "Go and say hello to Grandad." And I looked because, and there he was in the coffin, leant against the wall. It was like, okay.
oh, proper East End funeral then.
Yeah, he was in the house. Yeah, just leant against the wall at an angle with a coffin, and it was like, yeah. And it was like, okay, didn't expect that. But
now you have to ask the question: did he go with his spoons? Did the spoons go with him? Did somebody think I've got to put his spoons in with him?
He was buried with them, but he didn't have them on him when he died, as far as I know. But
no,
he was buried with them. They was in his breast pocket of his double-breasted. Because
glad about that, because it would have been kind of criminal to not have him with his spoons.
But yeah,
criminal, I say.
Sixpences on his eyes.
Yep. For the ferryman.
Yeah, for the ferryman. You got it. So, yeah.
I've got to say, 12p a job, that's a very cheap date. Even then.
Right, that's going to go in there and dress that off. Happy days.
Another favourite smell from my childhood, which we still smell today, but you smell it less often because you're not playing outside all the time, is the smell of petrichor, which is the name for when you have like dry concrete or tarmac or soil and it gets wet when it starts to rain, and it's that smell.
Yeah.
That's because when you're a kid, you go out after a hot day and you'd smell that all the time. You don't really smell it as often nowadays. That was a great smell. And dare I say it, the smell of leaded petrol exhaust.
Smell of two-stroke.
Yeah. When I was a kid, it was actually, I know it was dangerous and deadly, but it was a great smell.
Now, there's a smell I remember because Freddie used to take me to all the motorcycle races when they was at Silverstone and that. You know, so.
Yep.
Smell of two-stroke is a memory I remember well.
The smell of two-stroke in the morning.
Where he had bikes, you know, he'd always be working on them in his little lock-up, so you just remember it, don't you?
Yep. Yep. What's a smell that you've always hated? I hate. And
Cooking
always...
liver.
Ooh.
Liver casserole, the smell of that turns my guts.
It's not the best. What's the weirdest smell that you hate? I hate geraniums. The smell of geraniums. I don't know why.
No.
That's why I can't eat Parma violets, because they taste like geranium smell. I can't.
Yeah. No, I've got none like that, but yeah.
I don't know why I hate the smell of geraniums.
No, liver casserole's just one of them. I never liked it anyway as a meal, and I don't eat liver as a meat. And so, yeah, when Mum was cooking a big old pot of that for the rest of them, I used to like, couldn't handle it.
I remember, here's a memory, when I was a kid, I must have been about like 6 or 7 or something. I can't remember the exact details, but I must have got like a toy gun.
Oh, right, yeah.
That came with bits and bobs, but I think it came with like a really sort of small, soft, like plastic combat knife.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's like a black plastic grip and a flexible plastic blade.
Yeah.
And it must have been about that big.
Right.
I think it was meant to be like a bayonet or whatever this toy gun was. And I remember for about 2 or 3 years, every time Mum made liver,
yeah,
I used that toy combat knife to eat my liver with the fork. I don't know why. I
Oh,
don't know why
right.
I just remembered that, but that was like, I had to use that combat knife. I have no idea why.
How strange.
Yeah, I am. I mean, it is. Right. I think the choice between a massive plasma weapon and dirty great big Gatling gun is fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not really a choice that needs to be made. Where is 68?
Next to 69.
You would think that. It's actually next to 56.
Yeah.
Because Games Workshop. all the bits for this weapon are on one sprue, apart from that one part. It's like, great, thanks.
Why am I not surprised?
Why are we not surprised by this nonsense? 35. Now, who wants to guess what number that one's next to? James says, Retro says, the Vectrex was one of my Grail consoles. Bought it off a friend a few years back. It needed some repairs, but works perfectly. The Star Wars game on the Vectrex is just the best. It's so good. The Vectrex is just... I want a Vectrex. I should probably get one at some point, but my mate got one and it was just the best thing ever. With its little coloured overlays that you put on the screen so you can get different colours in the game. Oh, it's so good, the Star Wars game. If anybody doesn't know what it is, go and look up Vectrex, Vectrex. Just, I always wanted one as a kid, never got one. 35, where are you? Car 35, where are you? Oh, do you remember how I said that 68 was next to 59?
Yeah.
It's also next to 82. There's two of them. It's on two different sprues. Oh, well. Right. Still not found this part yet. 35. 35. Where are you? Come on. Reveal yourself to me. That I may bask in your cromulence. 35.
There you go. Should.
Jeff says, two stroke. Now you're talking, Cole.
Oh, yeah. It's just that smell, isn't it? You can never forget it, mate.
Bill says, TCP and Lemsip smell turns my stomach. Retro hates lamb, sardines and capers, the smell of.
Oh, right.
Lamb's nice, though. Lamb's really nice. Does lamb smell of any? I can't think
it smells
what
of lamb, Fox. Say what I
There's
do.
like, and if somebody's like roasting, say, beef or chicken, or I can remember the smell. But if I think somebody making like a lamb roast, I can't picture the smell in my mind.
Yeah.
Maybe it's kind of a
lammy smell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not there. It's weird. I mean, I guess we haven't had lamb that often then. Jeff says the smell of tripe and onions cooking. Bleh. I had tripe once. I don't like my food.
Bit of tripe.
Yeah, I'm not keen on food that comes with villi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Food with villi or eyes, it's usually a no for me. Still not found this bit yet. Come on, where are you?
Taste that.
Just that one.
On that.
Gosh darn it. Ooh, the smell of cod liver oil and malt. I used to love that stuff. You get a spoonful of that every day. Smell of it was great. Taste of it was great. I was a weird child.
Weird child?
I used to love cod liver oil and malt and cabbage.
Yeah.
At school. Go figure.
Why am I not surprised? Okay, so now go on there. Happy days. Let's do that. One of my favourite cooking smells that always gets my mouth watering is if you've got a frying pan going, right,
and you get some onions in it on the go, and then you drop in your beef, your minced beef. That smell of just minced beef and onions in the frying pan frying up. Yeah. Oh, I love that smell. It's so good. I would eat all of that in one go instantly if I had that in front of me. Such a good smell. I don't know what it is. It's just a nice brown, meaty smell. Oh, yeah. Onions and beef together is just perfection.
Trim that off in a sec. Ding, ding, ding.
How are you getting on there? Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, just did me parrot's beak or crow's beak trim on the side there, just working my way along there. I've got another strip to go over there. And
nice. I could see you gluing, so I waited till you finished.
Yeah, no,
I'm learning.
Super glue was in my hands, mate. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Festa and super glue.
37.
Yeah. I have a bizarre love-hate relationship with super glue.
Yes. It loves you and you hate it.
Pretty much.
Right. Let's make for a dirty, great big Gatling gun.
How are you getting on with yours?
I have done I finished the grabby hand arm. I need to clean up the little mould line there.
All right.
Filled.
Yeah.
So that's the grabby hand. I've got to build the right arm now, which is going to be a dirty, great big Gatling gun.
Nice one. Going to have a swig of tea whilst you're chatting.
When I've done that, I'm kind of done. I was going to get my little deathcore dude ready, but I can't find him. I've got to try and dig him out of one of my big crates. So I might have to do that in a bit then. Take me a minute to dig him out so I can build him then.
Bill says, I hate opening ham and getting that hammy fart smell. Yeah.
Yeah, like slices of ham in a packet. Yeah, that always smells a bit mingy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when you get a packet of turkey slices. They never smell good.
Oh, that one surprises me. It's tripe and onions. Sorry, I thought you just meant onions. I was going to say, I love the smell of frying onions.
Tripe and onions.
Got to put my fan on. It's getting a bit warm.
I was reading an article yesterday about a woman who got stuck on a cargo ship for 6 months during the chocolate velociraptor outbreak, pandemonium.
Yeah.
She was a chef on this on this cargo ship basically, and she said it was hard because there was 15 of us stuck on the ship. We couldn't land anywhere.
Yeah.
Couldn't land the ship anywhere. We couldn't go into any harbour or port, so it was getting pretty hairy. But it said there were some good things, like we kind of got to know this little pod of like dolphins.
Yeah.
And little pod of minke whales. And they'd swim around and we'd go and swim in the sea and they'd come up to us and hang out with us. And she was really nice.
When you said that, I immediately had Peter Sellers pop up in my head going,
Minky. But that wasn't the funny bit. The funny bit was she said, and it was almost fairy tale happy, except the one thing you learn very quickly is that like dolphins and minke whales' breath smells like farts.
Minky. Yeah.
And that kind of ruins the dreamy sort of part of the story. They come and like smell you and breathe on you, and it just smells like farts. Like, I don't want to know that. That ruins it now. Is that Haynes Guide coaster? Asks Retro. Oh, he's glowing.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah, it took me a while to twig. Yeah, it's the Jaguar E-Type, mate. Rather bound down trying to beat, and I used to have this up at the workshop, and hence all the welding spatter and that all over it. But
sign of a story.
Yeah, there's a story to it, mate. Yeah. That was on my welding bench for many a while. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it took me a while to tweak them because it was just a random comment. I was like, oh yeah. It certainly is, mate.
I was thinking about my bench. It's like, I always try and keep my bench clean, but there's all these paint splats and glue blobs and stuff, and it's like, you know what? I don't clean them off because it's part of the story of the bench.
Yeah, your bench is a story, isn't it?
Yeah. My bench is a disaster zone, but it's also a story.
Or to tell you a story.
I'll tell you what I learned today, though, what is really good fun. Peeling 3-week-old dried superglue blobs off glass cutting mats.
Oh, yeah.
So pleased. It just goes, peels off. So
dude, I've put blobs of PVA on my godhands and mat before just so that I can peel them off a few days later.
I've put PVA on my hands just so I can peel them off an hour later.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Do you know what's not awesome, though?
What?
I don't know if you've come across this. We're of an age where we all have to get involved in pills. Mama Wolf takes a lot of pills every day, right? And one of her normal prescriptions, they've got a new brand and it's come in a new packet. Oh my God. And it's one of these things where you get like the pills on either side and you're supposed to peel the thing back to get the pill out. Yeah. No, I have to get this knife and cut the thing out because you can't just break the foil with your finger, with your thumbnail, because it's too thick, and you can't peel it off because you can't get under it.
Press the thing from the other side then. It's a pill popper, isn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's too thick. That's the thing. I had to literally get the scalpel out.
Really? What pills is that?
I'm thinking, what Spong designed this and then never, because I thought, I've had to get a craft knife out to open these. So how would an elderly patient who had to take these puzzles every day even begin to cope with that? It was terrible. So I complained to the pharmacist last time I did an order, and she's like, yeah, we've had a few complaints about that. I'm like, dear God, if I can't get it open without sharp blades, then how's an elderly patient going to cope? I don't know. Some people are simple. They really
Your
are.
poor, delicate little paws, eh?
Oh, it doesn't bother me, but I'm just thinking how it got past approval when it's aimed at elderly people. It's an elderly person type pill. It's like, nobody'd be able to open that.
Or mine go into a plastic container Monday to Friday.
Oh yeah, I do that
Monday
for
to
Mum.
Sunday because yeah,
that's what I do for Mum. I do them all on a Monday morning, dish them all out for the week. But it's just like the fact that somebody can design something so useless and get paid for it is what makes me annoyed. People get paid to design things very badly, and it's like, no, shouldn't get paid for that.
that's the operative word there. Design. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you should be able to push them from the back, like you said, or just pop the cover with your thumbnail and pop them out. You shouldn't have to use sharp craft knives to get into your pills. Oh.
It's coming together. Nice. Right. So that's all dry. We can sand that all off then, not off air, because I don't want to do it on air.
Where are we up to? Jeff says, as a child, I will never forget the stench of the local sausage skin factory. Oh,
yeah, I can imagine that was a bit ripe.
Yeah. Retro says, my bench tells the story of a small yield of unexpected. Hang on. My bench tells the story of a small yield, unexpected, rapid disassembly of various items. Yeah.
Rapid disassembly. Yeah,
unexpected disassembly in the building area.
Yeah. Unscheduled disassembly.
Yeah.
In other words, it went bang.
Yep. Bill says, my bench story must have a lot of chapters. No, just like different volumes. Like 10 volumes so far.
Yeah, you're like one of those 1970s keyboard players that had like 55 keyboards around them.
Yeah, like Vangelis, basically. One of my favourite smells. My girlfriend at the time, this is going back about 25, 30 years now, used to live in New Mills. So I used to drive up there. And you had to drive past the Swizzles Motlow factory. Oh, you'd always have your window down when you drove past that. It's like a square mile of like country lanes that just smelled like sherbet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Swizzles Motlow. Oh, it was the best smell ever. I used to love going to, like, whenever we get together, it'd be like, no, I'll come to you. Why? Because I like to travel to see you.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, sherbet
like,
dabs.
You just like going past the sherbet factory. Like, yeah, pretty much. She went, yeah, don't try and deny it. Nope, not going to deny it. Sherbet dabs. They are so good, though. Bill's Workbench Stories, Book the First. There we go, that's that done. Gatling. Dirty great big, whatever this gun is.
Big gun. Dirty great big gun.
Minigun, I suppose you'd call it, wouldn't you? I never got why miniguns are called miniguns when they're not. They're huge and massive and they've got like 18 barrels and they just put out 10 billion bullets.
Yeah, no idea.
Not really mini, are they? Unless it's just a shortened version of like mini dirty great big gun. But they just miss out all the words. Which would make sense.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. There you go.
I'll tell you one modelling smell that I miss, and that's when I was much younger and I used to use like Humber poly glue.
Liquid poly, yeah, got a bottle up there.
And I used to paint with Tamiya paints. My room would always end up with that kind of like liquid poly and Tamiya paint smell, which I don't get anymore because I don't use Tamiya paints, and if I do, it's very brief.
I use liquid poly when I'm making up putty.
Yeah.
So I use a bit of that and a bit of umbral putty, mix it together to make like basically a putty type sprue goo is the best way of describing it.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
And it's perfect for that. If you're trying to recreate stippling or zimmer it on the tank, that sort of thing, you know. Perfect for that.
Yep. That smell with Tamiya paint, because I sit there brushing. I just hate to say it, brush painting the model on the sprue, bare plastic. I was a kid, I didn't know. And that smell.
I still do it. I don't see it as a problem myself. Not with my hands.
But you prime them, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this was literally open the kit, paint all the bits, make the kit. That was it.
Yeah.
I was like, 13.
Sometimes for me, that's the easiest option. Paint it on the sprue coal because you're not going to twitch and drop it everywhere.
Yep. I've still got downstairs my SAS Jeep that I made. Somehow the paint is still on it, even though it was never primed. It's been handled.
Yeah.
Tamiya paints for you, I suppose.
That's why I used to like the Humber enamels. They was bulletproof, mate. A nuclear bomb could have gone off, and they would have stayed on the bottle.
Always makes me wonder when you see someone that's painted, like brush painted a model in enamels and it's all lumpy, and I'm like, but enamels are really forgiving. They flatten so well. How have you got it to look so lumpy? It's like, I don't know how people do that sometimes. It's really lathering it on, perhaps. Because it's such a forgiving.
They might be a modeler that's got a problem with their dexterity. You don't know, do you?
Could be.
That's the problem. People are so quick to judge, but that could be someone who's got, I don't know, some kind of dexterity problem.
True.
You never know, mate. There's always a story or a reason.
Aye.
I once had that on one of my videos. You know, I like watching your stuff, but your shaking gets on my nerves. Well, sorry about that, but I can't help that.
You can't do anything about that.
Yeah, no, it was like, okay. But that's YouTube, you know. You are opening yourself up, aren't you? Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
So.
If you want to do YouTube, you've got to have a thick skin.
Cool. God, yeah.
Otherwise, you need to stop doing YouTube.
Yeah. I've often had that over the years where people have sort of been wanting to set up a YouTube and they're like, what would you advise? Pardon me, grow a very thick skin because you are going to need it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a case of if you get trolled.
Yeah, you will.
So it's all part of it. That's it, and it's how you compensate for that.
I remember having a conversation with someone quite a few years ago now, and they were just starting out. And I had the same conversation. You need to have a thick skin because you're going to get nonsense.
Yeah.
And if you're a naturally shy, retiring wallflower, then public-facing media production is probably not the thing for you. You know, you're not gonna. You've got to just put up with it. 6 months later, they just gave up.
Absolutely.
I told you. I warned you.
That's my first Edward Spannerhands moment of the live stream there. Captain Twitchy strikes again. It does happen.
It does. Yeah, you can't be a delicate wallflower, I'm afraid.
No, you can't be.
If you're easily offended by people that criticise you, then yeah, you don't want to be doing
I can remember once watching a live stream and the host was getting a little bit of trolling in the chat, and they proper tried to retaliate type of thing, you know what I mean? And it's like, you're giving them what they want.
Yeah, just ignore it.
Just ignore them. Click that remove button. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing people forget. They've got the power to just boot people out of their chat. seem to forget that. I didn't put that thing in, did I?
They was in our group or our inner group at the time, and they got that quick message on Messenger whilst they was on. Yeah, don't respond. I'm in the chat. I'll just boot about. As long as you're happy for me to boot about, they're gone.
Yep.
So, but don't argue with them. You're giving them what they want. You're feeding them.
Don't feed the trolls.
You know, and yeah. But they was new to it, you know, and it was, yeah.
Yep.
We've all been there.
Yeah, not everybody's like savvy right from the start. So for some people,
God, no, we certainly wouldn't.
No.
You know, I'm the same as you. I go through my YouTube channel, culling video content, because it's like, yeah, you come across some of your earliest video and live streams, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, dear God, really?
Yeah, it's quite funny. It's quite endearing, though, when you see some of your old bench layouts and, you know, poor lighting and this, that, and the other, and
your poor lighting and design layout choices.
Yeah.
I just remember
funny.
My first ever YouTube video just shouting because I was saying to Festa the other day.
You shout? Never. Bloody
No,
hell.
well, I was filming on an iPhone 4 and I was just using the internal mic, and of course it was up above me, so I had to talk really loud, and it was like, hi! Oh.
You talk really loud? Never. I'm shocked.
Shocked, you say?
Yeah, shocked. You're like old Dom Jolly out of Trigger Happy TV.
I'm on a boat.
I'm on a mobile phone. Yeah, okay, mate. Yeah.
What goes there?
Well, my first YouTube videos were on a lap, or, you know, one of those tea trays that used to grip over the arm of an armchair.
Yep.
And it was one of those on my lap with a GoPro stuck on my forehead. And of course, every time you went to reach for something, you was turning away from. Yeah. So there was plenty of gratuitous nut shots and things like that going on, because, you'd drop something, you'd look down. Christ, I had a pair of shorts on. That's all I could say. But yeah, unedited. It was a case of 3 hours of footage went up, no beginning, no end, no editing, and it was like, yeah. And I can remember coming across it because I had it on unlisted, and I thought, why have I put that unlisted? And I sat and watched it. It was like,
oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, because like, you didn't used to watch your stuff back, really, did you?
No. I'd been streaming and filming for a couple of years, and I can't remember what it was I was doing. It was when I put my audition in for eModels. That's how long ago it was. Because my first audition wasn't successful, purely and simply because I kept company with undesirable people back then. And so it was kind of, Anyway, what came out of that was there's a really loud jet engine noise in the background. What is it? Well, I'm mutton, as people know. So in the end, I had to get my missus to come in and say to her, apparently there's a jet sound. She went, yes, them bloody computer fans, she said, squealing. Because I used to have a PC right next to me on my right-hand side. I never knew because I didn't hear it. So I edited it all out, and I came across one of the old videos recently, and it was that video. Of course, with these earpieces, I sat and listened to it. It was like the first time I'd ever heard that noise. And it was like...
You're like, whoa.
Well, not necessarily, because to me it's still background hum.
Yeah.
But it was the first time I'd noticed it, if that made sense. And it was like, but you being you. Oh, there's a loud jet. I was like, oh, God. Yeah.
I don't think it was quite that bad.
You was. I've still got the message. Yeah, you went into one of your, Fox explaining things modes.
Hey,
It's like,
I like explaining things.
All you had to do was say there was a noise in the background, but it was like, I got the full War and Peace.
When have you ever known me be that succinct?
Exactly. It was like, oh, bless him. But yeah, it was the first time I'd heard it. Of course, HB&H, literally the first thing she did, she went, it's that. And no, I never knew, because obviously it was a noise that was on the wrong frequency for me. But, you learn these things. And obviously back then as well, audio was a webcam mic. Whereas now, this is what always frustrates me when someone in the chat says I echo. Colin, you're echoing. It's impossible because I don't have speakers plugged in, and I desolder all the microphones on my webcams.
Yep.
So all I've got is my Yeti. That's the only source of audio.
So if Colin's on a live stream and you can hear an echo, it's somebody else. It's not Colin at all. It's not Festa. I don't use speakers. It's not me.
No. I've still got the speakers sat in the corner there, but they're not plugged into the computer, so my audio can't possibly loop.
No. If there's an echo, somebody somewhere has some form of speaker.
Because I wear them earpieces with high bass, so...
Yeah, I just got a little iPhone earpiece that I use in my left ear. You can't hear that.
So my sound can't be picked up anywhere. So it's why I always say it ain't me, because, because it surprised you, didn't it, with the webcam? And I'm like, I just desoldered the microphones because of that way I know it's impossible.
Yeah, because every time you get a Windows update, it kind of turns all that stuff back on again. You're like, oh, what?
Exactly. So, I just went in, popped the covers off and desoldered the mics, and that's it.
Pop your covers off.
But,
what's chat doing? Bill says, talking of sausages, my uncle is married to the Wall's sausage heiress, and I'm still waiting for my lifetime supply of free bangers. I feel cheated.
Nice one.
I can think of better sausages, to be perfectly honest. Other sausage brands are available. Then again, if they're free, you can't knock that.
Aberdeen Angus, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, get it. Nothing beats Aberdeen Angus.
I am lucky. Aberdeen Angus is the only sausages that gets me. So.
She's a keeper.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Can I come and live at your house?
They really are. Oh, yeah.
When can I move in?
You've said that before, haven't you?
Yeah, well, every time you mention something like, for example, Aberdeen Angus sausages are the only sausages.
Yeah.
You sell it
Never forget that when we first lived together. Sausage sandwich, I'd love one. And I was God, these sausages, in my house, you're only ever going to have Aberdeen Angus sausages. I'm like, I'll keep them.
Yeah, we get married now then, or what?
It was like, I'll take it down the arm.
Yeah.
There you go. Happy days. That's creeping together quite nicely. A quick dry fit.
If you want to impress a man, make sure his sausages are Aberdeen Angus. You've won at that point.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. A little bit of trim around there.
A little bit of trim.
Sand that off when we go. Do I go for an edge trim round? Yeah, I reckon so. I'm narrating to myself again. I do apologise, folks.
No,
this is what I'm like when I'm not on air. I'm sitting at my bench and I'm a man of an age where I talk to myself and I'm yattering away here, forgetting that, we're live. If my narration gets under your skin, I do apologise.
James says, that reminds me I need to defrost my beef short ribs for marinating tomorrow.
Oh, nice one. Good man. Yeah, Ellen, she likes marinating meats and all of that, with different spices and stuff. It's gorge, mate.
Does that mean that beef long ribs are actually a thing that happens then? A thing that you can do?
She's pretty good at all of that. Give her that.
Right, it's time for me to fill in a gap with my patented plastic card method.
You go for it. Go for it.
Yep. I can't really use Easy Line on a big Gatling gun, but I can use a very thin strip of plastic card to look like something. I don't know. A thin strip of
I am
metal
sure
bar.
you could have a damn good go, dear.
Oh, yeah. Just things where you get I don't know if you can see on camera, you get these little ribbed areas and there's no way to fill that little gap in there.
You're a little ribbed area.
I mean, you could do, but it's so hard to get to. And you've got the recesses will be all out of whack and not lined up, so I'll just make a little strip.
You're a recess.
Cover it, put a rivet on it. Rivet. Put a rivet on it.
You're made of recesses.
Your recesses are recessed.
Yeah, so that'll go along.
Your face is recessed.
I don't mind that. Nothing wrong with having a recessed face. It's lived in.
It's occupied.
Yeah.
How would you describe his face? Slightly occupied, I think.
Yeah, my missus often says your face tells the story of life. It's like, yeah, basically you're trying to say I'm haggard. Just like, no, you look lived in. It's like a well-worn driving glove. It's, just slips on your hand and yeah.
The face that sunk 1,000 ships.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me once. I was like, thanks.
Even my own mother says it. Got a face that only your mother can love. Cheers, Mum. I really don't know quite how to take that, but thanks anyway.
Then she's like, yeah, I'm not your mother. Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? There it is. Oh, I can sharpen my pencil now because I've got a pencil sharpener. Oh, yes.
Cool, you go careful.
I found one months ago, and how many? It's like for years I've been like, every time I use a pencil, I'm like, I need a pencil sharpener, and then like all the years later, I found one and I've used it once. It's like I clearly didn't need it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, when you don't need it, you get it. Do I want this one or that one? I think I'll have that one. How long do I need it to be?
Yeah. So let's have you for the front panel. Let's have a quick look.
Have you some overhead?
Along there and get that in place.
I made no mark at all. Thank you.
That.
Great, got an invisible pencil. Fantastic.
Nearly done that on the wrong edge then. There you go. Have you some of that moss?
Gentlemen, never do that on the wrong edge.
Bill says he knew marionating. I'll see what he did there. Yeah, nice girl, wasn't she, Bill?
Tweezers, I need my tweezers, Phil. My
Tweezers.
Tweezing, these are the wrong tweezers, Gromit.
So he did there. The wrong tweezers, Gromit.
Don't forget the crackers.
There we go. Close that off there.
A little bit of plastic strip. I shall put a rivet on there to make it look like a bit of metal plating.
You're a rivet.
And the gap is filled. Happy times. Minimum effort, maximum results.
Exactly. Yeah, what else have I been doing? I've been doing a fair old bit of scratch building off there for a video series I'm recording at the moment. And I've been sending the pictures over to the guru because he'll say, what have you been up to? And I'm like, I've just spent 2 hours doing this. And it's, even here, I may say so myself, it's skill level Japan stuff. It's,
Oh, God, yes.
you know what I mean now without saying.
Yeah, I know. Well, I knew what you meant anyway, but yes, absolutely. Yeah, what he's doing. I said last time, Festa is the finest.
Oh, stop it.
Scratch builder I know, and in terms of model making, is the best engineer that I know.
Stop it now.
I mean, I've watched. I know lots of model makers. I've seen lots of different, people make stuff, and I've experienced. I watch lots of videos and stuff, but none of them come close to Festa. I know this sounds like I'm blowing smoke up your backside, but I'm not. I'm being really honest, and Festa hates this when I say this, but
I know I'm squirming
what I'm
now,
seeing
mate.
him
I
do.
want you to stop if I'm honest. Yeah.
No, because basically, when you guys see what he's doing, you'll agree with me. It's chef's kiss. I mean, I've just stuck a piece of plastic card on there and put some rivets on it. That's just like learning not to fall over when you're a baby level of skill. Whereas Festa's basically just built the fourth bridge from scratch out of nothing. Starting with getting the metal out of the rocks.
And he was asking me to explain it to me, being me. I'm just, all I've done is that. I don't see what you're making such a quibble about. You're like, dude.
Yeah, it's a bit like Michelangelo saying, "Oh yeah, I just kind of hit the chisel a few times. It's person comes out. It's not that big. It's just a bloke. You know what I mean?"
Yeah, I kind of am squirming. Moving on. See what I did.
Oh, I must remember to do that more then. Yeah, so I can't wait for people to see what that is eventually, because they'll be suitably blown in the mind department.
I mean, it's just something I've been doing off air. I've been filming some of it, and he's like, "Oh, what's the other?" So I showed him what the original kit would look like, and what I've been up to. He's like, "Dude, really?"
He showed me, and all my trousers fell down. It was quite embarrassing.
I said, but it's no different than how it's made in real life. I've just scaled it down to model size. You're like,
saying it's I've done it exactly the same way they do it in real life. That's like not making it any less awesome.
I know. And then he was like giggling. I'm like, what are you laughing at? He said, your humbleness, he said, is.
Mm-hmm.
I went, yeah, I can't help it. That's just how I am.
I will honestly say, that of all the people I know, all the builders and modelers that I know or have experienced or have watched anywhere, I can think of a tiny handful who I would actually call craftsmen.
Craftsman.
Not craftsman, but craftsman.
Oh, sorry. Yes, yeah, you said that word, see, and I just immediately went into it. Yeah,
nobody comes near craftsman. I can think of a very tiny number of people that I would actually refer to as craftsmen. And Festa is one of those. And I'm going to keep going.
Awkward silence.
Awkward silence. I'm slightly clenching right now.
Oh, you're loving it, aren't you? You're right.
I am.
You wait till we're off air. I can say all the grown-up words to you that I want to say now.
It means nothing to me. But I mean...
Thank you. I'll say that.
You guys will... It may sound like hyperbole, but when you guys see what he's been working on, and when he explains it to you...
It's different, put it that way.
All your trousers will fall off, like they did with me.
Yeah, it's different. I'll give it that.
You'll be suitably impressed.
How to make a sales ear into a silk purse.
Yep. Not even Uncle Night Shift could do what you've done.
Absolutely.
That's the way it is, folks. I'll stop now because I can physically feel him squirming from here.
You wouldn't begin to believe it. Yeah. Jeff Light says Aberdeen Angus, the best of all the beef castle. Yeah, the beef cattle in. The best beef, he says. Out of model making, Festas, I know you're definitely in the top 5. So what you did there. That's more like it.
Now, Beef Castle. Tell me more about Beef Castles. I like the sound of this.
Yeah. And I was just reading what Bill typed in the chat. It says Beef Castle.
God, why is beef so good?
Is it Bill? Jeff even. Yeah.
Why is beef so good?
Because it is.
Because you know what? Everybody goes on about bacon all the time, and bacon is rightly good, but it's nowhere near as good as beef.
Nah, properly done beef is, yeah. It's just...
What's your favourite beef? My favourite beef is bizarrely minced beef.
I like a bit of beef welly, I must admit.
Never had a beef Wellington.
Yeah.
I think the reason I prefer it minced is because there's no fuss. You just literally shovel it into your mouth and that's it.
PJ says, I think Fox is after something, Cole. Smack round the back of his head, perhaps. Yeah, I am squirming, PJ. You know what I'm like, mate. You know.
Sometimes this flower needs some sunshine to grow.
You know, because I look at other scratch builders and I'm like, I'm nowhere in their league.
You're wrong, but we'll leave it at that.
Why do I feel I'm going to lose this argument badly?
Oh, yeah.
I try, put it that way. It's when I made that mistake of saying, I don't get what you're flapping about. It's only this, it's only that, it's only, it's only scaling it down into model size. And he's like...
It's like, I don't know what you're flapping about. I've just changed a heart. I just took it out and put a new one in. What? So humble. It's very, very endearing.
Well, I just worry that people will think that you're blowing smoke up your own backside, and I would hate that because...
No, I'm honest. You know, if I think someone's good, I'm going to tell people that I think they're good because I want them to be recognised for that, and I want people to see what they do.
Well, I showed you that message that Tony sent me when I did the Rossi bike trio, and it really blew me away that he'd taken the time to write such a lovely message, and it inspires you to keep trying to push the envelope, you know, and that's all I try to do. As I've said to you before, I try to stimulate myself to keep me interested in the hobby. Otherwise, you know, it's Andy Quinney picked up on it recently. I was in Hangout in the Zoom, and he was saying, you know, it's a shame you want to stop doing shiny, he said, because I've seen what's on your bench in the background there. And... you know, that was the Foast truck that I'm working on, the other scratch building one I'm doing. And he was like, seeing how you've been doing that, he said, it's just, it's, you know, good to see. It's a shame you're stopping. And I said, well, I have to keep myself stimulated with it. But at the moment, you know, it's taken me longer to keep repairing the mistakes I make because of me shakes than it is doing the build. And it's taking me interest away. So... I'm looking at other ways of keeping the stimulus going, so to speak.
You've kind of taken the realistic view, haven't you, that it's not something you can maintain forever at all. You'll have to.
No, that's right.
You've got to adjust to other styles.
You know, and I wouldn't say I'm well, yeah, I am a bit of a perfectionist, I suppose. I think we've all got that in us. And if I don't think that my best work is going out for people, then I'd stop.
Yeah.
And, you know, I stop certain genres when they become less enjoyable to build because it's not the kit's fault.
No, it's just not where your interest lies.
Genre's fault. It's just the way things have gone for me personally. So I have to adapt and build to what I can do at the moment. So that's the only reason I like the genre, don't get me wrong. But my fulfillment is waning because I'm having to correct a lot of mistakes. Whereas on something that's rusted or like this, unique, abandoned or whatever, I can weather over it.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, even all that aside, just on the simple fact of, you know, you never want to build a model that you're not interested or anything that you're not interested in. If you're interested in a particular style or genre wanes, move on to something else. That's why I've not done Gunpla for a long time, because I just got burnt out and I got bored with it.
Yeah,
I'll go back to it at some point when it feels right.
I'm not saying I'll never do shiny again, but I will do it in a way that intrigues me, either by scratch building or hacking at it or doing something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll know that when I do my next ones.
Yeah, you just wait for the inspiration to pop in and...
Yeah, you often hear me say it. I'll put the kit to one side and I let it talk to me. And that's all I did with that one. I stuck, because you was in the Hangout with me, and I just had the... It's a vehicle, put it that way. I just had the shell sat on that aerosol lid that I had the El Camino on the other week when that was sat there. And I leave the kit in the background, like so. And I'll be doing other things, you know, filming part works or doing voiceover, and it's there talking to me. And I had this particular body. We was chatting about something. He's like, what's with the car on the spray can lid? I said, I'm waiting for it to talk to me. It's a shiny and I'm looking for inspiration. And whilst we was yattering about something, I just spun it around and I know what I'm going to do now. And that was...
Something went ping and you're like, right, I've got it.
And then, of course, Fox hasn't seen that side of the process up close. He's seen it when we was doing Insane Blade and things like that. But this is a shiny. And it's like, okay. And then the saw came out and he's like, just started it. I went, if I don't do it now, I won't. And I literally just started hacking away. And he's like, oh my God. I went, yeah, but you've got to create chaos.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm used to Festa with his saw cutting things apart. You know, that's nothing new to me. But my big shock was when I saw what he'd done. Like a couple of weeks later, I'm like, Or your padabor.
And he was like, how do you know it ain't going to go wrong? I said, well, look, you
don't, do you?
Yeah, for me, the aim of doing this is when someone sees the kit, it doesn't look like you've actually modified it. It looks like that's how it came out the box. And then, of course, I've had it before in the past when I've done it, where someone's gone out and bought the kit, and they're like, I bought that kit you've done. Mine looks nothing like it. And I went, yeah, I did spend many hours modifying it.
Yep. Oh, modify.
You know, and that's when it throws folks, because... Yeah.
I got that figure that you did. Mine had all these big gaps down the legs. Yeah, because I spent a week cleaning up.
But it is one of those that, for me, that you know, I'd rather someone not notice it than notice it, if that makes sense. Because when they don't notice it, that's when I go, yeah, I've obviously done a good job on that, because it looks like it's OEM, you know. And
yeah, your best work is the work that nobody detects.
Yeah. It was no different than when I built the custom bikes. You know, I wanted people to think that it came like that. You know, I could spend 40 hours on frame modifications and no one would notice. And it's like, I obviously got it right because no one's commented on it.
Modify.
Yeah, the video will start coming out. I'll get it all painted, etc., and the video build filmed, and I'll release it as a block of videos on Patreon and the members side to let all those guys and girls get the perks, and then it'll just go out on YouTube then. But it's different.
Jeff blames Auto Carrot for saying beef castle.
That's what he did.
I want a building made of beef now. No, I've done that one. James Retro says a rare prime rib with a big poofy Yorkshire. Oh yeah, is his favourite beef. Bill says we're all our own worst critics.
Oh, definitely, mate.
Being a critic of your own work is a sign that you've actually got some artistic talent. Because people that never criticise their own work, they've not got any talent, and they don't. You can see them a mile away. Somebody that comes in saying, I'm brilliant and I can do everything and here's my wonderful work. And I'm like, I've already lost interest, mate. Somebody that comes in and says, here's this thing I've done. It's not great. It's all right. It's a museum quality model. That's somebody I'm interested in.
I always say I try to apply myself.
Yep.
You know, I feel that I've applied myself and treated the build respectfully and I've gone out of my way to achieve what I wanted to, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
And there you go, PJ. He says, if Fox has witnessed what I had to do to get the Serenity kit in the shape it would have collapsed. Of course, yeah, because PJ is the best scratch builder in the world. Quick, blow some smoke up his bum because he's,
I haven't seen it, so I can't.
Yeah, because, there you go. Thanks for rescuing me, PJ, mate.
Darn it, I messed that up.
There you go. Because, Right, let's get that pinned off along there.
Can I fix that?
Right. Bill says, I thought my monitor has been a bit fuzzy all night. I realised I still had my magnifiers on from being on the bench earlier.
Smash.
Yeah. Damn you, Mahoney. Yeah, that's what he did there. Want to go across there.
A bit of a bish of that muzzle, but never mind. We can fix it somehow.
You've made a bish of the muzzle.
Yeah, I drilled out the barrel, but it kind of obliterated the barrel in the process. So I'm like, it was a tiny little barrel.
I drill out the barrel of fire.
I've got to figure out some way of something dark side.
Absolutely.
Little tiny something. Probably got a bit of an aerial whip antenna that I can use as a barrel muscle. Oh, actually, you know what I could do? Ooh,
You're
there's
a whip antenna.
Basically, I've got rid of the barrel off there when I sanded it. So what I'll do is I'll take some of that piping there, or the great big plasma gun that I'm not going to use. I'll use one of them. One of the Zaku beads on there.
Yeah.
Can work as a barrel. I can roll it out.
Roll out the barrel.
I knew that would happen. Fell into my trap. Right, so we can try maybe an abject failure. Or it may be genius, I don't know. Probably failure. Oh, don't blow it away, dear boy. I may have to not have a hole in this barrel in that case, but I'll live with that. File.
Have a look at that angle. That works.
Gentlemen, check out your angle.
Bill says here comes the easy line. Absolutely, mate.
No. There's no watch freeze line on this. It's Imperials and it's not Orc. So what I've got is the little widget there.
You're a widget.
Little Zaku bead type device, which I hopefully can stick over the hole to make it into like a little barrel. I won't be able to put a hole in it, unfortunately, because that'll be asking a bit too much, I think. But at least it'll give the impression of that I didn't get rid of the barrel completely. It's a bit of a bodge, but hey.
I roll the bodge.
It's going to be battle damaged anyway, so. I like to bodge it.
I think twice. I thought Bernie Winters had walked in.
Bernie Winters, good God. Never stops amazing me how so many people in the 1970s with so little talent were so successful.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. Yeah. The one that used to always get me is the one who used to always run around on that bloody ostrich. Bernie Clifton.
Bernie Clifton. You know what got me even more? That I'd forgotten all about. And I'd forgotten how absolutely terrible it was. Lenny the Lion.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody who remembers Lenny the Lion, right? When you get a minute, look it up online. You will not remember how bad that puppet actually looked. It looks terrible. It's like, dear God.
Yeah, but didn't look as sinister as Hartley Hare out of Pipkins.
Oh, yeah, but Hartley Hare was just great there.
Scared many a child out of their wits in the 70s. That.
Yes. Hartley Hare was very scary.
But yeah, God, I thought David Dickinson had come in then, the antiques bloke.
I love reading about the subtext and the subplots in Hartley Hare that went over my head as a kid, but as an adult now, it's like, oh yeah, he really was a bit of a nasty character, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Hartley Hare was like a massive narcissist, selfish, really horrible person. It's like, didn't even pick up on that as a kid because I was a kid. It's so good. Right, so I've sponged a little barrel on there. I'll file it down when it's fixed in place properly, but I'm not going to drill a hole in that now because it's just going to ask for more trouble. So I shall not do that.
Don't do it then.
I shall paint a little hole on there instead. Paint a little hole for me. Runny nose.
You see up my nose?
Runny nose, the nose is running. You see up my nose? I'm sinking. What are you thinking about?
Oh, see what he did there.
Is it cup of tea time yet, says PJ? Cup of tea time.
Yeah, I'm going to have a swig of me juice, actually. Good reminder, PJ.
Yeah. Bill says, I must admit I had a... Oops, fucking the microphone. I had a great session early, just me and Airfix starter kit, no YouTube, no cameras. It was a little bit zen. Yeah, I've done it every now and then when I just sit down and do something without filming it.
Yeah, it's great. Filming the kit is great, don't get me wrong, but every now and then you just want to do builds for yourself.
Now, I know I have a reputation of starting a build series and never finishing it, and it's rightly deserved. I do that. But sometimes it's because I get so enjoyable in the build, I just finish it. forget to film it because filming is like really hard.
Mm.
And we've said this before, but like people don't realise that don't do YouTube videos. When you film a build, it kind of takes all the fun out of that build.
Jeff Light says, how about Emu? Yeah, there was a guy who liked to get away with groping people for free.
Yeah. There was nothing wrong with Lenny the Lion, says Jeff. Just look at the pictures. It's the kind of thing that looked fine in 1953 because television was like 120p. But in the 80s, it still had the same puppet with it. Oh, it was terrible.
He's the only ventriloquist whose lips moved more than Roger de Courcy's.
Yeah. And it's like he literally spent about 35p on his puppet and never upgraded it. It's like,
yeah.
And I love the fact the way it just hung down, just looked like he was carrying a stroke victim or something. It was horrible. It's nightmare fuel. It's not good.
Yeah, it's like. Of course, you had Ray Allen and Lord Charles, didn't you? That puppet used to go grey, didn't it? It got greyer as he went greyer.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I forgot about that, Ray Allen and Lord Charles.
Which was quite a good little look when you think of it. As he aged, so did the puppet. And when he died, there was a statement released like Ray Allen's died. Lord Charles was left speechless. And I just thought that was rather apt, It was like,
yeah. If anybody making this dreadnought, if you make the big Gatling gun, do not glue that little handle on before you finish everything else because I keep bending it out of place.
Is that an orc stomper arms moment?
No, this is just as you handle the thing, you'll keep bending it all the time. It's like really annoying.
Well, I keep saying to you, mate, you're obviously over gripping.
Well, it's not gone red yet. Where are we up to?
There. Okay, a little bit of trimmage on there. Happy days.
It's like the Crankies. That little puppet never always looked the same, didn't it? It aged over the years.
Yeah, there's an act that I never really liked.
No, never liked. I never liked Sooty. Could never stand Sooty.
How Nicola Sturgeon got away with dressing up as a schoolboy for all them years, I don't know.
Yeah, I always found Sooty to be a bit BBC Blue Peter for me. It was a bit goody two shoes nonsense. Could never stand Sooty.
Yeah.
I wanted more anarchy. Now, if anybody remembers a series called Gilbert's Fridge, which had a puppet of an alien called Gilbert, that was proper ITV anarchic nonsense.
No idea what you're on about there, mate, I'm afraid.
1980. Not many people remember it. I do. I mean, this was a children's like tea time, late afternoon entertainment thing with the puppet, but it was a little bit edgy. And one of the sketches on every show, this is for a children's puppet show, was a skit called Halfway to Hitchin, which was set in a World War II prisoner of war camp and filmed in black and white.
Okay.
And it was hilarious. And it's like, this is what ITV used to get away with. So when you saw that stuff like Sooty, it was like, oh, really? It's a bit lame. But nobody remembers Gilbert's Fridge.
No, never heard of it, mate.
Kind of late 80s, early 90s. Kind of the Gaz Top era, I think. I think he was presenter on a Saturday morning programme, The Puppet, for a while, and then he got his own show.
I was married by then, mate, and interested in making babies, so I wouldn't have seen it.
Well, maybe early 80s, mid 80s, I don't know.
Yeah, no, but I've never heard of it, mate. So we've got that one going on there. How's the Harry quarter? Oh, we're doing all right.
PJ said, just remembered whose arm was stuck inside Lenny the Lion. Terry Hall, weird guy, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something. Yeah, there was something, PJ.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. There was something obsequious about him.
Yeah.
I think, perhaps, that made me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's like when you're kids, you take to people or you don't take to people that you see them on
you naturally
TV.
back away from some people, don't you?
Yeah, and you come across certain people. There's probably perfectly, they're perfectly, amiable people. Not everyone is, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
But there was still certain personalities, weren't there, that used to creep you out a little bit when they came on the telly. And
yeah, he was a bit. Obsequious is probably a bit too strong, but he was a bit smarmy.
With the duck.
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
I hate that
used to wear the really pastel suits.
Yeah,
was probably quite a nice fella off air, but he used to give me the EBs, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, exactly. So what was his name? He had the orangutan, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, Cuddles.
Cuddles.
What was it? The Keith Harris.
Keith Harris, that's the one.
Yeah, now he was probably a nice bloke. Who knows? But he used to really creep me out. Don't know why. I think it might have been the pastel suits, but...
It might have been.
There's just something about him. You'd hear his voice come on and you go, oh, no, I can't. Yeah.
Bill says he just Googled it. The puppet looks familiar, but I still can't remember the programme. No, I don't remember anything about the programme, but I just remembered the thing. And then when I saw the puppet, I'm like, dear Lord in heaven. But even that isn't anywhere near as bad as Metal Mickey. Dear Lord in heaven times 10.
God, yeah.
God, absolute rubbish.
Yeah, two shows that I never liked, Metal Mickey and Rent a Ghost.
Oh, I like Mental Ghost.
Yeah, didn't like it at all. I don't know why, I just didn't like it. Didn't appeal to me.
I think it was one of those where the last series of it wasn't as good as the original series, as the earlier series is.
Yeah.
But that Rent-A-Ghost is one of those things that you end up like going on a Google adventure to find out what happened to all the actors and stuff.
Well, most of them are dead, aren't they? Well, Claypole, isn't he?
Yeah, he died actually not that long after the series. He died
He was quite young, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Claypole.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, you know. It was just one of those programs I didn't particularly want to watch.
Got the tune in my head now.
I can remember his name because I can remember it being in the paper when he died.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's still on the TV. It's like, yeah.
I remember hating Supergram. Could never get into that. That was
probably never liked that.
Probably a bit too young for me at the time, though, I suppose.
Yeah.
I was a bit too old for it by then.
It's like when it came on the news that Mark Bolan had died. It's like I've just watched him on stage with David Bowie on the TV show Mark the night before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was like, wow. You know, it was like, yeah. The only time I ever saw my mum cry was when Elvis died.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, she was proper broken up over that. Did like herself a bit of croony old Elvis.
So many people did, though.
Yeah, it was of its time, isn't it?
One of my friends as a kid, like his entire family were just like Elvis addicts. It was like you walk in and they had the velvet picture of Elvis on the wall.
I've got a mate still goes to Graceland every year.
Well, it was very confusing because they were a good proper Catholic Irish family, so they had all the stuff on the walls plus velvet Elvis. I'm like, this is very confusing to my young man. Doesn't that break a commandment or something?
Yeah. But, you know, some folks are very heavily into him still, aren't they? You know, it's their hero worship, I suppose, isn't it? We've all got pop stars that we liked or whatever, you know. It's
we've all got artists of different things that we follow and admire, so.
Bill said, I heard Johnny Ball has cancer today. I swore he died. No, he's still around, mate, but it's sad to hear. Think of a number. There you go, Johnny Ball.
Yep. I saw a little bit of Johnny Ball on an interview the other week, and he was talking about something, and I was like, it was really quite a grown-up thing he was talking about, like him and somebody else famous from the 70s who were getting up to some sort of quite adult shenanigans, and I'm like, this is Johnny Ball. This isn't right. You can't tell me things like this.
Yeah, he was quite a mischievous personality, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I had a signed picture of him as a kid from Think of a Number because I sent you the question about the flexor hexagon that he was building. And I was making the same one, you know, and I put in something like, do you realise if you fold it this way, it creates this shape? And it was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I had a signed picture of him with it doing it. I was like, yeah. Nice. I was quite made up about that. It's like Johnny Ball, wasn't it?
This means you're a mathematical genius.
I had a signed copy of a Magnus Pike book as well. It's like, I don't know why. I just found people like that interested on the telly, you know. It was taxing your brain, scratch buildery, I suppose.
Yeah. Get you thinking. That's what the whole point of those programs were, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think the only signed book I actually own, the only signed thing I think I actually own, and nobody will know who this is back in the Xbox 360 days, head of Xbox PR was a guy called Major Nelson.
Yeah, he's on my Xbox, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which shocked you when you saw that on my list.
Yeah, I was like, you get him. And head of Xbox security at the time was a guy called Steptoe, who was one of his friends, and they used to do a podcast.
That's an old man.
And he wrote a book, so I got the book and I got him to sign it.
Yeah.
And I just said to him, he said, when you fill out the thing, he said, what do you want me to say? I said, just say something about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So he put, I can hear the Deinonychus screaming, and then little blood splats drawn all over it. That's my only signed book. He was a lovely guy. Died not long after, sadly. I don't think I've got anything else that's signed. Anything like that. I think we've got a book downstairs that's signed by the author, and it's some like late 1890s something.
Oh, right.
Not really worth much.
Yeah, so that's a shame. Johnny Bone.
Johnny Bone.
I'll be well into his 70s now, I would have thought.
Bless him. Yeah.
Again, it was interesting telly back then, wasn't it? The sciencey stuff. It was like, yeah.
I always have to stop and remind myself that Zoe Ball is his daughter. It's like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, closing the name though, Fox, just saying.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, oh yeah. That's there. How about Roger DeCourcy with Spit the Dog? Roger DeCourcy didn't have Spit the Dog. That was
Bob Carrollgees, wasn't it?
Bob Carrollgees. Roger DeCourcy had Nookie the Bear, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Couldn't stand Nookie the Bear either. It was another puppet thing that wasn't actually funny. The entire, it's like, the joke was about, his name was about as funny as it got.
Yeah. It was the standing joke. Even all the showbiz people at the time used to mock him, didn't they, for being so bad because his lips were so.
Yeah. The puppet was a better ventriloquist than the ventriloquist.
Yeah. People used to say, if you notice, you'd never see Nookie Bear's mouth move when Roger DeCourcy talks. It was like, God, brutal, but yeah.
PJ says, I used to work in a club back in the 70s, got to meet Keith Harris on many occasions. He was actually a really nice guy.
That's what I was saying earlier, Pete. He was probably a really nice bloke, mate, but as a young kid, he used to frighten the life out of me when he come on the telly, and I don't know why.
So now we know that PJ used to work in working men's clubs in the 1970s, wheel tappers and shunters territory.
Yeah.
Ring the bell. He's a lovely lad. He's a real lovely lad. Give him a round of applause.
Right, for the dads and the mums, Mick Miller and Bernard Manning.
My dad used to film that. Yeah.
Comedians, yeah. Do you remember a TV show called Who Do You Do with the Impressionists and that on there?
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
Yeah.
See, Impressionists, it's like 99% of Impressionists are just not funny and terrible. And then 1% are genuinely good.
Well, it's like Mikey Yarwood still does impressions of Robin Day and things like that, or still did impressions of Robin Day. Yeah. And Harold Wilson, it's like the guy had been out of office for 30 years, you know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah. Right, that's about as good as that's going to get. I think we should put a bit more plastic card going on there, but not tonight.
Jeff says, sorry, guys, you're correct. That's all right, mate. It's not a problem, Jeff. Not a problem at all, mate. It's unusual for us to be right about something, to be honest with you,
steady
mate.
Now.
It's, very rare. Right, folks, that's as far as I've got. Thought I'd get a bit further than I have, but I haven't. I've just literally edge trimmed around the side of the caravanette, if that's what it's called, on top. So I've done a bit of that, worked my way around the edges. I was hoping to get the plinth built on the back there for said Victorian stovage to go on the corners. It's going to sort of sit somewhat like that, and then have a few straps around it to the bodywork, because he's found this in a local reclamation yard or somewhere in the wilderness, and has just shoved it on the back for a bit of outside cookery pops. So I've got that. Obviously, we got a squarial, or we've got a round dish to go on. Not decided which one yet. When the roof is done, obviously, roof ventage. Oh, yeah. So that's as far as I've got. So we're getting there slowly. Next
How
time
sturdy is it?
What do you mean, how sturdy is it?
It looks really sturdy. Yeah, it looks kind of nice and sturdy. Nice.
Yeah. I think it's sturdier as a sturdy thing, to be quite honest
Ain't going nowhere, that, is it?
It's like a timber frame barn, so it's got all the structure inside it as well as, and then...
This is where the engineering comes in.
The styrene sheet will go over. I might actually end up building the bunk bed and all of that for real, so that when you look through the windows, you're actually seeing proper buildy stuff in there rather than a picture of it. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Unless you have a removable roof, perhaps, and you can...
we'll put the roof on magnets or something like that,
Magnets.
Oh, yeah, because I could use the old, what's his name, as angle, couldn't I? Boom. Yeah. So that's where I've got to.
I myself have done not much. I have mostly assembled the big Gatling gun.
Yeah.
I've got some cleanup to do on that. I've got the Gatling barrel, which I need to clean up. And I've, I think, finished I've finished the grabby arm now with its flamer.
2 secs, squishy alert.
Oh.
Edward Leonard's in. Hello, Edward, mate. Yeah, go on, carry on.
I'll leave that barrel. I'm not going to drill that barrel now because it's just going to ask for trouble. I can replace it if I need to.
Wow,
that barrel. So I'm just going to leave it there and paint a hole in that. So that's all I've done tonight is the gun and the bit, and it's mostly sitting waiting for glue to go off so I can clean gaps and things. So
yeah.
So
I mean, that's it. I mean, I could do a lot of finagling on that off air because I've got some heavy sanding to do, and I didn't want to do that on air because...
Yeah. I think I'm pretty much done now. By the time we come back next week, I might just get the building bit done.
Yeah.
Because I've only got a little bit left to do. I need to find my little Deathcore Creed guy. And then maybe I've got to make the diorama base, but we'll figure that out next time.
I'm a little bit off. I've got the plinths to build at the back there for the stove and that to go on, and then obviously make the roof panel and start that. So,
yeah.
Let's go.
Next time might be 10 minutes of building, and then I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs for an hour and a half, but...
Well, grab one of your other eModels things and do a bit of painty on it or something. You got enough.
Could do.
There you go. So there you go, folks. That's us done. That's an eModels Monday sorted for you, folks. A big thanks for coming in and keeping us both company. Don't forget, eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all of your model making needs. Pop over and give them a look-see, folk, and share the love. We'll be back Wednesday at midnight for a Warhammer Wednesdays, so we look forward to seeing you then. That's over on my channel, so pop over and ring the bell and you'll get notified of when that's going live. Jeff says, are you planning to do a Warhammer Wednesday? Yes, we are, mate. So, so I shall put that up. I'll put that up on the channel tomorrow night, mate.
Yes.
So we'll be here on Wednesday, usual time, midnight, and we look forward to seeing you then, folks.
Take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Adios, amoebas.
Stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now.